Hello everyone, welcome to Focal Point. We were working on static scoping concept and we are now going to see another example. And here we have taken in static integer variable. Okay, so now we will see that what are the behavior of this static integer variable. So now what we have done in here, we have taken this stack area and this is our static area. Okay, in the static area our global variable and the local static variable will be stored. Okay, so what is the difference between local variable, local static variable and the global variable? We will see in this video. Okay, so what we have done in this program, we have included our standard input output header file. Now we have called our main function in here. So main function is called in the stack area. Now we are going to define our static integer variable. So static integer variable will be defined in the static area, but in the static area there will be a dedicated memory allocated for the main function, and inside that this local static variable, and inside that our local static variable var will be defined and initialized with number 5. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? A local static variable will be accessed only by the function for which it is defined. Okay, so in here var is a local static variable and it is defined for the main function. Okay, so only main function will be accessing this. Okay, so this is the difference between global variable and the local static variable. Global variable and the local static variable both will be defined inside the static area, but global variable will be accessed by all the function, but local static variable will be accessed only by the function for which this is defined. Okay, so in this case this variable var is defined for this main function, is defined inside this main function, and that's why this var will be accessible only by this main function. Okay, so no other function will be allowed to access this variable. Now what we are going to do in here, we are going to check the condition in here. So this condition, so var value is 5 and that's why this condition is true, and after that this is post decrement, so our value will be decremented to 4, and now we are again going to call our main function. So in here, and the property of this local static variable is that this is defined only once. Okay, because we are going to compile the program only once, and that's why this local static variables are defined only once. Okay, and after that this main function is called again, then this line will not be executed because the declaration and the initialization of this local static variable and the global variable will be done only once. Okay, and that's why this line will not be executed. Now this condition is checked, so var is 4 and that's why this condition is true, and after that this var variable will be decremented because that is a post decrement, and now again we are going to call our main function in here. So main function, this line not executed, condition is true, and then our var is decremented, and now again we are going to call our main function in here. Okay, again this line is not executed, this condition is true because var is 2, and after that this value will be decremented and we are going to call our main function again. Okay, so this main function will be called here again. Now again this line is not executed and this condition is true because var value is 1, and after that this var is decremented because this is post decrement, and we are going to call our main function again. Okay, and again so again we are calling this main function and this line is not executed, and now this variable is 0, so this condition is false. Okay, this condition is false, and we will come out of this if condition, and this value will be decremented because this is post decrement. Okay, so we are actually changing the value of it. So why we are accessing this local static variable? Because this variable is only accessible by this main function, and we are calling our main function and again, and that's why we are allowed to access this variable. Okay, now in this case we came in this main function, we come out of this if condition and we will return, so this function will be popped out from the memory. Okay, we will not do anything, just return from the current function into the function below. In this function we have executed this line, and after that we will execute this line. Okay, so what will be printed in here? We are going to print the value of variable. Variable is not defined in here, and that's why we will go and check inside the static area. This memory is allocated for the main function, and that's why we will access this variable and print the value of var, that is -1. Okay, we have printed this, we come out of this condition and we will return now. So we will return from this function, and now we came back to over this function. Okay, in here we have called the main function, and after that we are going to print the value of var. Okay, so var value is -1, and that's why we are going to print the value of var, that is -1. Okay, so this is the last line. We will return from the function to this main function. Now in this main function we have called the main function, and after that we are going to print the value of var, that is -1. So again we are going to print the value -1. Okay, and after that this line exists, this if condition is completed, and after that we will return to the function below. And in here also we are going to print the value of var, that is -1. So we will print the value of my variable, and we will come out of this condition, and we will return from the function. Okay, so this function will be popped out from the memory, and after that we came back to over this original main function. In here also we are going to print the value of variable, that is -1. So this will come out of this if condition and we return. So this complete stack is gone, and after that this stack area will also be cleared. So what is the finally printed value? So -1 is printed 5 times. Okay, so let's run the code and check that our answer is correct or not. So just compile the code.c, and we will run it, and you can see that -1 is printed 1 2 3 4 5 times. Okay, so 5 times this -1 is printed, so 5 times this -1 will be printed in here. So we can get what is the behavior of this local static variable. So local static variable and the global variables are stored inside this static area, and these are defined and initialized only once. Okay, and in the local static variable is accessible only for the particular function for which it is defined. Okay, no other function will be allowed to access this local static variable. Okay, but the global variable can be accessible by all the functions. Okay, so the local function, so all the function can access the global variable based on the requirement, but local static variable is only accessible for the function for which it is defined. Okay, so these are the behavior and the property of the local variable, local static variable, and the global variable. And the answer of this question is -1 is printed 5 times. Okay, so you can try this code by your own and run it and check what is the output of it. Okay, so thank you so much.